Hi everyone, in this video we'll talk about the basics of incidents and alerts. Incidents and alerts are the beating heart behind any modern reliability team and are thus some of the most core concepts of Zenduty's functioning. In this tutorial we'll talk about the components of incidents and alerts, exemplifying how they differ. We'll then create an incident and show you how we can assign it to a user or an escalation policy, how we can change its urgency, priority, SLA and all of that, and finally what happens when an alert is acknowledged and then resolved. So what's really an alert? Well, alerts and incidents, like I previously said, are the bedrock of Zenduty. Incoming alerts from integration sources create an incident in Zenduty, and we then proceed to send notifications to your team based on your escalation policies. Every alert coming from an integration source has an entity ID. An entity ID points to a resource from your source application. For example, the entity ID of an alert from Jira will be its ticket ID, an alert from Datadog will be its alert ID, an alert from Grafana will be its rule ID, and so on. Multiple alerts can have the same entity ID. So Zenduty uses this entity ID concept to group multiple alerts about the same problem into one single incident to reduce noise. Each alert comes with an alert type as well, and there are 6 alert types: critical, acknowledged and resolved, the major ones, and error, warning, and info. If the alert source is sending an entity ID and the alert type is either critical, error, or warning, then that alert will trigger a single incident if your service has default settings. Every alert after that with the same entity ID will be attached to the earlier created incident. An acknowledged alert type from your source will automatically acknowledge this incident, and the resolved alert type will automatically resolve the incident. So now let's take a look at the flow of an incident. The incident can remain only in 3 states: triggered, acknowledged, and resolved. The incident starts from an alert source or an integration inside a particular service. As soon as an alert is received from the source, an incident is created in the triggered state. Zenduty then executes the associated escalation policy and assigns the incident to the user currently on call, which happens to be user X. The user X is alerted across all platforms depending on their contact methods, including SMS, phone, email, Slack, mobile push notifications. If the user X acknowledges the incident moves into the acknowledged state, and if they don't, well, the incident is further escalated to the next person or user Y here, who receives similar alerts across their contact methods. As soon as one of these acknowledges the incident is assigned to them and further escalations and alerts stop. It's now triaging time using Zenduty's context-rich summaries and playbooks. As soon as the incident is dealt with, the incident can be resolved manually, or if the metric stabilizes in your source application, your alert source will send a resolved alert which will automatically resolve this incident. Let's now create an incident and see this all in action. This is Zenduty's incident view page. You can see that it has been assigned incident number 89 and is currently in the acknowledged state. The title of the incident is visible over here. You can edit it if you'd like. It's been assigned to Ann Smith and belongs to the production team. The escalation policy for this incident was the P0 escalation policy, and it belongs to the security incident service. It has also been assigned a P1 priority and a high urgency. There is no SLA currently associated with this incident. However, if you'd like to, you can just click over here and choose it. You can see the summary for this incident over here. It has been extracted from the payload that the integration sent to us. You can see it in raw format, you can expand it, you can edit it if you like, and here you can see the communication channels for this incident. Right now we have a Jira integration and a Slack war room integration, so you can track whatever is happening with this incident on those channels as well. You can see that it has been assigned the phishing and security tags, and David Wallace has been assigned the incident commander role. If you go into alerts now, you can see that you received one single alert from AWS Guard Duty integration, which is a critical alert. This is the alert that created this incident. Now let's go ahead and create an incident via an integration. So for that, we'll use Pulsetic, which is a pretty easy to configure website uptime monitoring service. We'll send ourselves a test alert, which simulates a real alert that Pulsetic would send when it would detect that a chosen website, which is zenduty.com, would be offline. We just click on send offline alert, and inside Zenduty, what that looks like is critical incident created with incident number 134. Inside this incident, you can see everything else that we discussed previously. Inside the escalation policy, you'll notice that this is the ID support escalation. The ID support escalation immediately notifies the person who is on call for the ID support primary schedule, which happens to be Kevin Malone right now. Now, if you see inside the incident, that's exactly who the incident has been assigned to. Now, if you poke further inside your escalation policy, you'll notice that after 5 minutes, it's supposed to Notify the person who's on call for the IT support secondary schedule, which happens to be Cameron Tucker over here. Inside our incident now, if you can see the timeline, you'll notice that the incident has been sent to Cameron Tucker after 5 minutes post creation of the incident. Since the SLA breach reminder was also turned on, Michael Scott, who was the stakeholder for this particular alert, was sent an email notification, and David Wallace also received an alert SMS notification on their mobile phones. You can see the SLA over here. You can track both the acknowledgement SLA and the resolve SLA right from your incident dashboard. Now let's say that you feel you're not equipped to handle this issue right now. You can simply go to the Assign to tab and assign this incident to someone else entirely who you feel is better equipped to handle this incident. So for example, I'll just go and choose Michael Scott, who is the primary stakeholder for the service, to handle this incident. You can also choose to assign the incident to an escalation policy entirely. In that case, whoever is on call for that escalation policy will be notified for this incident and will be assigned this incident. You can also choose the escalate to option over here and skip escalations to someone more superior directly, and they will also receive alerts from this incident via this option. The first thing that an on-call engineer needs to do is acknowledge the incident. Whoever acknowledges the incident gets automatically the incident assigned to them. Now, let's say that you want to retain this assignment, but you want more help to handle this incident. You can go to the Add Responders tab over here. Just choose whoever you feel would be helpful in triaging this incident. They will all be added to this incident and will be receiving alerts shortly. The next thing that the on-call responder should do is go to the Alerts tab, look at the alert over here, check out the payload, see if they can find any particular information that Zenduty has created for them to find out exactly the root cause for the incident. Now let's go ahead to our Pulsetic instance and send us an online request again, which is pretty much the request that you'll get when you get your metric stabilized again. Now if I were to refresh this page, I'll notice that the incident has automatically been resolved. If you go to the Alerts tab, you'll notice that you received another resolved alert from Pulsetic saying that the incident has been automatically resolved. That's all about the basics of incidents and alerts for this video. There's still a lot of complex operations surrounding incidents that we haven't discussed, like incident snooze, merging incidents, and acknowledgement timeout. We'll cover those in detail in a later video. In the next video, however, we'll talk more about concepts we glanced over in this video, like incident roles, responders, and tags.